Recently, I've found myself looking into a series of rumours around several Nintendo projects that were scrapped early on in relation to some of their major franchises. Some of these entered very early pre-production, the majority were merely attempts at getting games into development. While these scrap plans are not necessarily suitable to archive on sites like Unseen64, when I can get solid confirmation on them, I think they're at least interesting enough to share with the world. One day I'll get to sharing some of the secret projects that got a bit further along, but for now let's discuss one interesting snippet of info involving F-Zero. The franchise has lain dormant for over a decade now, and many fans have just given up hope that Nintendo wants anything to do with it. Even on the rumour front, it's been very quiet. Recently, a reliable source of mine, who I think would rather go anonymous for the purposes of this, tipped me off about a rumour involving the series. To follow up on it, I spoke to Alex Ward, the former vice president and creative director of Criterion Games, the company responsible for Burnout and Need for Speed. We talked about a few different things, like the development of Black and its sequel, which I'm incredibly thankful for. He was very honest and forthcoming. But I also asked him about this aforementioned rumour, which he was able to confirm was completely true. In early 2011, Nintendo of Europe asked Criterion about doing an F-Zero game for the Wii U. Now obviously they weren't able to take them up on that offer, but I think this is interesting for a number of reasons. It shows that Nintendo has been pursuing doing more with F-Zero as recently as the Wii U, and that they've been actively exploring establishing these third-party partnerships to get one into development. Criterion, of course, is owned by Electronic Arts, and at the time was already well into development on Need for Speed Most Wanted for several platforms, so it wouldn't have been possible. It's possible that EA, if they wanted to, could have allowed them to do one after that game, but Nintendo was hard-pressed for time when they asked about it. Another source of mine at Nintendo of Europe told me that they were hoping to have it ready to show at E3 that same year at the unveiling of the Wii U, if Criterion or another studio was up for doing it. I recall Miyamoto saying in the past that he hadn't been able to come up with any solid ideas for what to do with F-Zero on the Wii U. You know, maybe this was what led the company to offering the contract to third parties to see what they could come up with. Do let me know what you think. Would you like to have seen Criterion take up the reins? If not, who else? Do let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more research into the lost and unseen realm of gaming.